lining themselves up to play. And who do we see on the side from Fluffy Gangsters? We don't see a Linkito. We see the full lineup. So this game is going to be very interesting. Is happy in the BC.Game jersey. As the team is going to try maneuvering their way around the map. Fluffy Gangsters is close to pushing Donut. Anarchiz will be overrun by Poke. Sasanito will join from at least the temple side. Flashes are good to at least get the bomb to fall down. Player C, Lekro comes in to take down Yurum Yatta. And this side is under control from BC.Game. They didn't look like they were going to have any space to work with. But in the end, are the ones taking the first few entries and are now looking to get this round to their name. Tapping down, Solby is 7 HP remaining on his side. As BC.Game will try and see what they can do. Where it's just jumping behind the box. Trying to bait out a shot potentially from Solby. Jiggling left and right. Sasanito is the one getting first contact. And on the first contact, the headshot is easily found. So BC.Game do open up swiftly in this one. The initial fight was found. Then, good help. Just in general, a phenomenal play here for BC.Game. The flash send in as B will be taken. And B9 up close going forward. Tenerkes to find the frag on Yurum Yatta. So a double entry found. Bomb has gone down of course. In the meantime, Prime Taps will look to clean it up. The German man is going to finish it off. Finish the deal. BC.Game 2-0. Pistols upgraded to rifles. Fluffy Gangster sends round number 3 with an opening fight to the A side. Bomb is not gonna go down. Good shot from Prime Taps. Finds himself the entry. I think will be found. Is looking for another. Won't get the kill. Takanashi will look for it. Through the smoke, the openings are taken left, right and center. There we have the third for BC.Game. As with a lower buy and an A-side retake play, it's just one player from Fluffy Gangster that gets one kill, and that's it. with round 3 about to happen, Fluffy Gangsters still haven't been able to find all too much. BC.Game has just been looking very good overall. It's definitely been better than expected here thus far. The full lineup, of course, from Fluffy Gangsters finally shown, and previously you thought just Linkiro was the thing, but BC.Game is a team that is looking to be on the tier 2 level rather than most teams here in tier 3. It's only even tier 4 you can call. Feel like Team Peep and K27 are two teams you can name to be in that tier a little bit. And there's just a difference in play. Sasanito gets himself an advantage for his team. Double peek. Went out from BC.Game there to the bottom of the ramp. Nice what the top could be ensuring. Play coming out 3, going in cave. Smoke towards short. There goes the molly. Stop them from rushing their way down. We're already in. And Anarchist can't hold, so phenomenal play from full Fluffy Gangsters to take space over B. Prime Steps nearing the entrance. To be blown away by Solby. And now just waiting for the final pieces. Looking at the buy here. Not going to be great. Blue M4 gets picked up. In the smoke. That's where the exit looks to lie. Electro. Up close, stepping it once. String from short side has already come out, of course, from Sasanito. They are aware of this. And with that, they will find the final blow. There's the first for Fluffy Gangsters. Already up close in the cave here. Together with Primetap's taking aggressive notes, and of course you don't have an entry, but this can be the equalizer. Having this crossfire, with Fluffy Gangsters potentially looking into an entrance into B. It's Squirts to find one. And if a trade opportunity arrives with Anarchist peeking away. Oh, the up will fall to Solby. That is the opening. They could provide a standpoint into this round still. Bomb could leap into B. Gonna look to go A. No. Oh, look at this play. I love it. Takanashi has been pulled back to the B side. With the communication from Highness. A great tap on Solby will be found from Kurtz. He's gonna flash them in. A side is now cleared. Bomb is going down B, but still. The retake's been provided. Prime Taps realizes no one is on A. They've been fooled. Highness. Chance to put this retake to use. He's trying to with a swing. Squirts will take him. Highness finds himself falling. Takanashi up for the task. They have a kit on Kurtz. He's not going to be the one going for the defuse just yet. Nate will open up the smoke. Chance for a kill. Time with the kit. Prime Taps looking for the bomb. He's going to get it. There's time. They find themselves the round. BC.Game is back to winning ways. So with 4th round taken, BC Game running it down to the wire. I think in general this game has been pretty great for them on the CT side. Through middle, Sassanito taken, but Lecro with a double trade. He's going to keep mid to his. The individuals just in general, not much is needed for BC Game. And I'm interested to see how the T side will go as well, with them working together so much, learning together so much. They're definitely a little bit of the outsider when it comes to this tournament, in terms of how good they are performing. Oh, good shot though from Highness. He's also been great previous seasons. Now his first kill of the game is one like this. The Fluffy Gangsters look to leap their way in towards A. Is BC Game gonna start taking B ramp? That is still for me quite unsure. This could be a play. Bottom ramp getting cleared. Lecro goes through cave himself with a peek from Anarchus on the op. It's not has his game just yet, but still a chance to deliver with the op. Tight angle held, no one peeking yet from main. Takanashi nading, cross could be made. He did cross to the big box. Anarchus still left out of this round. They try to avoid him desperately. Halfway tick bomb already. Prime Taps is running up to the side, spots out Sorby. Might go ahead and swing towards Temple. Shot will miss from Anarchus, going for the USB. Having to do it, 10 seconds left on the bomb. And Fluffy Gangsters have taken it. Successfully taking their second round. And the back and forth throwing continues. But not the force fight from BC Game. Interesting. Anarchus, that will then most likely not have an AWP next round, or it must be dropped by one of his friends, which is highly unlikely looking at their money. So BC Game is going to play AWPless on the CD side of Ancient. Which is fine, I mean, nothing to worry about. They will definitely lose this round, but it looks at things. Highness gets traded, giving Anarchus to take it with the deagle. Just some body shots will ultimately not be too good. And Fluffy Gangsters with that were originally good to take the third. And now that confirmation has been given. One away from tying things up is Fluffy Gangsters. So trying to take matters into their own hands. Good usage here. 3 smokes early already in the early rounds. One ramp, one temple. Or one ramp, one red room. Looking to leap their way into A. Lecro is up close. Sassanito is going to fall. Lecro still has been given the opportunity to potentially flank and get... I would have said a double. Only good for the one. Up close on site. The M4 from Anarchus. They can't be finding anything. And so BC Game might be better off saving at this point. Or are they going to try to sell it? No kit available. Prime Taps. He enters into Temple. Body shots on Highness is everything that he finds. Exort must save this one. He's going to run for his life. He's been given the opportunity to run away. And will take it with open arms. That the game is tied. BC.Game have an eco following up. So for Fluffy Gangsters, there's still a good chance that they will be leading going forward. Economy is a painful thing here in Counter-Strike. As soon as a breakthrough is found, a tied up half coming up almost straight there. Only one with an actual rifle is Exort. They figured out where he is. Although now down low, Prime Taps can find this kill to make it interesting. Always the good, because it happened this time. Birds will be found falling. Sanito up close with the P50. A headshot, then a body shot will leave Anarchist. That needs to be aware of them potentially going into donut. Nope. They're gonna go into window room. Red room to potential A or B. Looking at the weaponry, A would be the best, and that's the way Fluffy Gangsters is heading. So in that regard, they've made the right call. Lekro still having that 5-7 to potentially create some chaos on the retake. If Anarchist can get one kill, potentially in a big world, there still might be a chance. Yata clears left, should swing right, but doesn't clear in fully. Then Anarchist a world where he can find that kill. That is the world. And he's going to be able to find the AK if he plays his cards right. But Poker is watching it. AK gets picked up. Flashbang handily thrown. There it goes. Anarchist sent in. Now he knows where Poker is. Lekro has armor to work with as well. Trying to bait him into a swing. Lekro is not going to find it. The spray doesn't connect. And he had such a good fight. Such a good moment. Such a good chance. But to no avail. Fluffy Gangsters on their own map pick, getting themselves the leading position, and into round 10 they could really start putting a stamp on this game. At least their foot halfway in the door to secure a good half. 6-6 would be okay. 7-5 is already quite good. From Prime Taps though, only good for the one. Gets taken, Sasanito with the 1-for-1. Where do you go? Gangster at this point. Not into Lekro, I would assume, but do you want to challenge Anarchist on an AWP? Is also a little bit of a questionable spot. Lekro creates space with this smoke. Looks like Fluffy Gangsters going to start moving their way up the ramp. Lekro is potentially playing this side the retake. Oh, Lekro goes back. He loses the fight. He's going to go down, and Fluffy Gangsters have not only taken it successfully, it's Anarchist that's still going to go for this retake as well, which kind of seems a bit off. I would usually argue against it, and he's arguing against it now as well. Unless he's running away back to safety, the round will be found.
Terrorists win.
With BC.Game having everything to work with, but not the best of buys in general. The Gangsters that can take 7 plus a potential 8th, with the boss bonus not being all too good. 5 versus 5 retake here, Lekro. Oh, he's on Cave, had a chance for a double, down low, leaves Takanashi on the edge of dying. And we're all on our edge of our seat still with Highness being in a tough spot. Up close, Dufamas will look to get it. Sasanito switches to the M4. And Takanashi, originally down to 4 points of health, is now going to be taken down. The Opper completes the fight. BC.Game completes the fight, as they will find themselves a 5th here on the CT side. A breakthrough moment for BC.Game that was required to stop. It could have been a painful situation going into the flip with a big disadvantage. So much that the Gangsters is going to have. Their utility being quite low. Mach 10. Galil. This was the material where BC.Game worked their way around and got the previous round. Fast push into B. A lurk from Sasanito that will come in within seconds, while Prime Taps is on long trying to hold for dear life. Missed shot from Quirts, but then a triple. Didn't take down Takanashi to find the other 2 converted into a 3K. Sometimes it's as simple as that.
Counter-terrorists win.
And it's all tied to go into the second half. What can BC.Game do on their T side? How has it previously been for them? They've played Ancient against Viperial, whereas they didn't have to do all too much on the T side. And against Quay 27, they didn't play it overall. They usually didn't have to play all too much on the T side. So there's still quite a bit of questions, at least on my end. They're not taking Convertis, but B side is left completely open by Fluffy Gangsters, so I suppose that's the way to go about things. Still gets crowned from Sasanito to begin this round. That's It's already a man advantage. Nicely taken. Sasanito finds himself falling. And Solby collects a kill. He's going to have a look in for another. Takanashi running up ramp. Joined forces by a bunch. Xanath is waiting around the corner, looking for this kill. Looking for another shot on. No way to find it. BC.Game are going to have a 7th. Very nicely done there for BC.Game.
Terrorists win.
So we're looking at the second half with the T-side start that they had hoped for. BC.Game with the buy, as I had to ban one guy in the chat real quickly. My apologies for... my apologies. Why am I apologizing? It's only good for you guys. Don't join those links, boys. Don't think we're gonna do something about it. I've banned several, maybe 100 accounts of people trying to promote that one. Everyone tells it's a scam, so just be careful. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Boka with the kill. Up close, Yurumyata. 5-7 coming out. Down low. Taken down. Highness. Sam with a frag on the FAMAS. Tapping him down. Looking for a frag. First. Oh no. BC.Game. They aren't able to overrun Fluffy Gangsters that easily at this point. Bring us all to a 1-1 scoreline again. Taps. Going for a fast move. Riding to the other side. Takanashi, good for a double kill. Trying to go for more. Yurumyata helping out to solidify the deal. The deal gets shot. Fluffy Gangsters shuts the A side. Two in a row. Definitely worth it. Five clocks in play for BC.Game this round. As with most of these Fluffy Gangsters should be able to take him down relatively quickly. Just waiting out the utility to be used, for example. That's why they're waiting this long. Birds still in a position to get some kills, but Oka's watching middle together with Takanashi. They shut him down relatively quickly, I said. Relatively easy, I was planning to say. That's exactly what happens. As Fluffy Gangsters is going to look to put themselves up 9-7. 4 rounds away from winning and potentially making us go towards that Mirage with a Fluffy Gangsters lead, which I definitely didn't expect seeing today. But that is what the new lineup of Fluffy Gangsters is made for. Right, they have Poke brought up. Poke has been a player that is top ranked almost every single time they've seen him. They don't have to play with Linkiro as their coach, and again, more passing Linkiro, he knows it himself, I've said it before. I think with a coach in general, it's always going to be tough. Linkiro is never really playing bad, but not as an impactful player as Takanashi is, and not the roles that they prepared for. Gonna have to fill a role that he might not like. Minute left on the clock to make a move. Take a stand. Sasanito will push his way up middle. 3 players from Fluffy Gangsters that are holding it down. Lekro is up close and swinging down. Ines should be a sitting duck. Can he make it a second? Yata is the sole defender of this B site. A flank from mid will come in no time with Sasanito trying to get his way around. Yata not being taken away. Poker will. And help arriving from Quirts that leaps into the side mid. Not held properly, so Takanashi has slipped through. Although Quirts is aware of this, has spotted him now. It's going to lead to a round that should be easily won here. Takanashi making noise, dropping the AK. Quirts, and he's going to try to chase him down. Hasn't been able to. The cross on mid could be seen by Sasanito. And he will catch him. 9-8 with leading position here for Fluffy Gangster still. Gangsters might find themselves in a little bit of a tougher spot to manage their economy. We haven't seen such convincing team yet for BC.Game. This one is Highness just pushing out alone and being taken, of course. He's not going to be able to walk away with that easily. Prime Taps runs out of A without having help or anyone near him. Sasanito can't find this kill on Solby. As a double is found, Fluffy Gangsters are in the driving seat. And now Lekro going out with the lurk towards A. It's just going to be a stick from Solby. Watching all angles, holding all paths. It's Lekro to not have a shot at it anymore. As Fluffy Gangsters takes a very important round. Like I said, it would have been an interesting way to go about that. Whereas now... Ooh. Those replays had some lag on them. Luckily, something back in time. BC.Game is on their final buy. They don't get this victory. They will be the ones starting to lose this map. Poker. 1-for-1 trade only. Yata comes out with a kill through the smoke. He was watching from Donut towards Heaven. Towards window. Will put Takanashi into a tough spot. Looking to swing their way into Donut. Yata has been seen. Not yet taken down. Prime Taps up close. Takanashi here. It's a lovely frag being found. Prime taps. Go for a kill once again. But Hines will to take him down. Bomb gets dropped in middle. Well, Lekro tried to help him. Transport into middle properly. The smoke is not on his side. Lekro had no chance to hold from window. And will Lekro suspect the third to be there? Also in the window side. Already finding two. Now needs just Solby to win this round. If he crosses mid another time, Solby will be there in the open because the smoke will soon be fading. It's a fight for Lekro that he won't be able to win. 11 is found for Fluffy Gangsters. And now BC.Game. There's barely anything going for them. Game, not the buy that they had hoped for. A push from Highness, joining forces with the second, while top of Remp is also getting challenged. This is a fight for everything, for all the marbles, but it's not won by BC.Game. Bottom Remp getting challenged instantly, finding everyone that they were looking for. It's all Anarchist that is not able to do it. There's the final blow, getting the round to Fluffy Gangsters, and yeah, the buy. I mean, it's okay. You got money, I suppose, but it's definitely not that much. They're gonna have to offer the Eagles, or AKs rather, on the BC.Game side. Full buy from the side of Fluffy Gangsters. Thrown to window. Information gets gained from that B side, or mid side rather. Pressing towards the looking to pull out from Solby. Well, BC.Game looks to move their way into B. That's where Highness is waiting. Nate getting thrown down deep. He tries to go for another swing. Swing this one out will give Prime Taps a chance. He's going for a second. Words was the entry, but loses his life. And with that, the chance provided for a round on their own. Sasanito looking to lurk. Been watched, so Takanashi is a sitting duck. BC.Game with limited util, they exact B, they take the site, and they have a chance for a comeback here. We get to see what 9 will do to BC's game momentum. If it will do anything for BC.Game, or if the 3 rounds are the only rounds they will find on the T side. It's been scrambled rounds. Right, 3 for Fluffy Gangsters, then 1 for BC.Game, and then 3 back for Fluffy Gangsters. BC.Game needs to do exactly the same with 3 in a row now. Ultimately, they haven't been able to get all too far in the T side of things. Every single time they've been given possession, right? Remp has always been theirs, but the Fluffy Gangsters to play with less control, but great crossfires and individual step up. Side takes does have questions written over it. This is close. Taken. Do you suspect the second in the corner? No, you don't, but the trade will be found. So, prime taps. Good for creating space. Getting Anarchist into a position to find that, while the A side is getting challenged as well. Takanashi rotating back to it. Finds Sasanito. Might hear the steps into Donut as well. Although creating nothing yet. The AWP M4 will be switched over. In the meantime, they might not be suspecting much, but the A side is already taken over. Quirts might swing CT. There's no peak, looks to be found. CT won't be swung. The retake needs to be up. Yuram Yata. Didn't go for that swing just yet. BC.Game have 3 on A. Here comes the flash. Setting up Yuram Yata for a swing. Quirts holds it. The Czechian is able to shut the retake down. That would have been the kill, giving Fluffy Gangsters a chance. But they let it fade. They let it slide. And will most likely play for overtime, first of all. But at least making sure that the next round, being an eco, is still somewhat okay in terms of money. So, maybe an overtime on Ancient still up. For the neutral viewers out there, we all want that. With the Gangsters, there's a different task. They just want to try and finish it as fast as possible. Maybe in round 24, they will have the opportunity to finish it in style. Letting BC.Game get so far in the game back again. Just to rip it right out of their hands. In the dire seconds. Anarchist! Oh boy, Yuram Yata has with the entry. The MP9 up close will be taken away. So a 4 versus 4. Still up with the AWP on Fluffy Gangster still to use. Never mind. There goes the AWPer. There goes the second. Lekro is allowed to open up with all his experience, leading his team to victory. But for now, to an overtime. Let's see what's up. If they have what it takes. Like I said, one more round, and BC.Game knows the importance of this one. We know Mirage and Anubis have been great maps for them. Ancient, maybe a little bit less. And so reverse sweep still up, but being able to take it on the first, to have some freedom on the second would be pretty nice for a team like BC.Game as well to have. Boost. Aggression. Oh, he gets a double. Jump, peeking him away. Double play that needs to be cleared. Sasanito needs to trade for some way, somewhat. Knows one is left, knows one is right, but can't kill them. Trying to make her way into the A site. Desperately attempting for it. Prime Taps finding poker. Up close, the MP9 from Takanashi. They can't make it happen. It's all down to Prime Taps. Swinging forward won't be enough. Fluffy Gangsters have officially done it. Oh, my mic wasn't working. Oh no. Oh, that's unfortunate. Fluffy Gangsters took the first map. They were the ones taking it 13-11. BC.Game have a chance to take it onto a potential second map. But let's see how it's going to be. I have a feeling BC.Game is going to make this comeback. I really do. My apologies for my mic not being on. I had it muted for just a little bit. I thought I was going to just fix it straight up. But hey, didn't happen, fortunately. But we're going to see the game. And that's what really matters right here, right now. The Gangsters onto the CT side of Mirage. Fast play from BC.Game on towards the A site. As Fluffy Gangsters will look to play this one retake from CT. Birds will be fully flashed. Around the corner, swing from Takanashi, and Highness with a double. Lines them up nicely. Lekro waiting for the swing to come out. Looking for the frag as they've successfully been able to find it. It's all down to Anarchist. Stepping once. Looking for the kill, looking for the headshot. Can't find it successfully. Oh, Anarchist can. Oh my goodness, Anarchist. 4 kills. It is a really good beginning for BC.Game because of it. This is a triple where it all becomes somewhat doable. And afterwards, Anarchist just creeps through to find 4 kills. And so BC.Game on Mirage, a team that I expected much more of on the map of Ancient. I expected them to take the win. Do it in the end, and here we are seeing Mirage start. It's nicely executed. From close ramp. Prime Taps wanted to do it, just didn't deliver in the end. Now goes from Alice. Walk his way down. 3 players close to the side itself. Takanashi in a triple. BC.Game will have a look to eventually go for a plant running, I feel like. But they might want to go for it. Doesn't mean they're going to be able to find it. Scout is out for Yata, waiting for the cross from Anarchist. So this round's still quite dangerous if the Scout can get something going. There's still a huge way this round can get turned around. Unless Yata is going to go predict that it's B. Bomb is going to go down. Just when he was moving away. Not holding across anymore. They crossed onto the side itself. Jump spotting. Scout missing the mark, now trying to go for a Hail Mary play as he runs up close. Over, most likely taggable. That's most taggable is Anarchist, but needed a no-scope for it. No cigar in the end. Fluffy Gangsters getting close, and it would have gotten a little bit better. In case it would have been a play to come out. 2-0 start for BC.Game. That will simply not be all too good here for Fluffy Gangsters. Again, just pistols to work with. saved Galil, or picked up Galil now after that kill on first. Going lower. Minus will keep the numbers tight. Not as convincing. Once again, it's quite interesting to see. Every single time I see this BC game play, you have the names, you have the players, but it doesn't necessarily mean all too much just yet, right? They gotta convert things. They gotta get things going together. And unless we see a big change coming in the near future, BC Game is just going to be BC Game. Able to take down some good teams, but from time to time also totally not. Lots of players that are either really good or not. Just completely not. For example, Anarchist, he's been really good games on the AWP, and sometimes you're wondering why he is an AWPer. This one, leaving it down to a 2 versus 2, is again quite dicey. Lekro tries to clutch it. Solby has fallen, managed to find the bomb, has to go for a plant. He's just gonna stick it. So that is nicely played to actually get the stick down, go for the plant. And it's also planted for ramp, so he's going to play this one as an after plant. Possibly can wait for the tap. Knows he's probably not going to be sticking, although Takanashi has an ID of it being ramp. Has an ID and he's more than likely to peek up. Flash from Lekro will keep him away. Some shots on the AK fired, and that's when Takanashi is forced to run away. BC Game takes a third in a row. They've yet to lose their first. So a very important and nicely played beginning to what looks to be a promising map for BC Game. But once again, this was how Ancient started as well. They didn't win rounds as convincingly, they did just convert them. And as soon as Fluffy Gangsters is starting to get the hang of it a little, they're starting to win one round. Looking at the buy for BC Game, it will not be existent anymore. Then the game is tied, just simply the way economy works and the way the rounds are played. So definitely no security just yet. BC Game needs to build security layers, and that is what they're doing right now. Wow, this round is a whole lot better than before. Although Prime Tap still needs to win out this fight on B. Trouble's getting around, he finds it eventually. With that, the B side is taken. Solby gonna start going underpass. We should have the round going away on BC Game, which should be the breakthrough they were looking for. And so 4-0 found for BC Game, this early stage of Mirage.
Terrorists win.
Gangsters. How will they stop the likings of BC Game? This round will again be a bye. But as long as they don't pick up a round, there is still nothing to be fighting for, nothing to be surprised nor interested about. Then we're just going to be sailing towards Anubis. And it's also world class if you can simply just win rounds, right? We always say how convincingness and everything is quite important. It is, let's be honest, but if you can pick up rounds like this, the way BC Game is doing every single time with one person alive, and you do that for the entirety of the game, you'll win 13-0. And you will also be the top of the world if you play your cards right. So Just a little bit of that. The way things are generally played. Let's see how things will be going with this one being a goodbye again for Fluffy Gangsters. That must have been no surprise. Towards the side here, it's going to be towards finding it. Poker will be taking away Takanashi. Double up to get it with Yurmyata. As the side of B gets taken swiftly, the ARC can't do all too much. Other than just simply the trade on Poker, and that is, for example, this is exactly why Kerrigan is such a good B anchor. Might not get as many kills as possible, but if Poker doesn't find kills like now, he's also not the use that Fluffy Gangsters are looking for. They're still going to go for this retake, apparently. Which I would sometimes argue against. Specifically if Solby falls here. But he baits a lot of time, right? Every single time he's a B anchor, he'll make sure he smokes things off, lets teammates join in to help him. And here with Poker, he doesn't get a kill. That is fine if you die. But at least make sure you bait like 10, 20 seconds. He baited 0. And so gave the B side over relatively quickly. Which came out to be a 5-0 start.
Terrorists win.
Nicely taken it. Will look to move his way into middle. Yurmyata goes up close. The flash we send in, giving him the kill on the AWP. Entry found for Fluffy Gangsters. Moving in. From the off. Yurmyata still can't seem to collect his kill. 3 on 8. Joining in with a 4th, so BC.Game is going to be under a lot of pressure having to take this site. Courage can't go connector yet. We'll mostly try and make it happen. We're over a minute now under. One picked up. A shot from the arc towards the A site. A window swing. Ooh, default. Seen. Eventually, the bait was good enough to take him down. Takanashi will be sent back in by Prime Taps. Goes out for a molly. 2 players in under Palace. They're trying to squeeze him from connector as well. Do you suspect the second one though to be there? Prime Taps at least won't. The German should be taken away. And unless Lekro clears under Palace, the side is under control. Prime Taps still not clearing it. The lineup could be found. Highness wins it. Killed 1 in under Palace. But a second made no noise. Didn't go for a trade. And sent BC.Game to Sky for the first time. Here the second player in under Palace, like we saw. He killed 1. Called that information over. Didn't dare to check a second time. Probably the call side clear made. But still someone waiting. Yurmyata taken by Lekro. Opening fight again. Found nicely here for BC.Game. Smoke hitting Solby. But He's going aggressive another time. It's BC.Game send into window. Sanito. Highness, 2 kills will be found. He's looking for another. Quirts will deliver on his end. Causing a 6-1 to be found. It is. Great peek there from Prime Taps on the contact from Quirts. And so, after 1 round from BC.Game that was lost, they're going back to winning ways and will now have barely anything really to cope with or cope against. Fluffy Gangsters is making sure they have enough money to buy next one. Potentially 7. BC.Game could very well be found. There we have the entry from Anarchist going out. Is a good kill from Anarchist coming out. Shot from Solby. One trade coming out on the side itself. It's going to be Takanashi waiting with the MP9. 1 kill gets found. Make it 2. He shuts them down. How much is left of this? Lekro will deliver. With that, Galil finding success. It's going to be 7 soon. BC.Game, it will be. Good shots from Lekro. It initially looked to be an easy round for BC.Game. The MP9 on site still made a whole lot come through. Wasn't enough though to win the game in particular, win the round in particular. Entry from Anarchist. Here on B, this Takanashi that made it equal again. Made it somewhat interesting. And then got overrun and it felt like a round was already won by BC.Game. Now the buy, of course, as it was an SMG. Pistol buy, of course, from Fluffy Gangsters, so ultimately not too much to worry about. Okay. Aided by Sasanito. Spray through box will come out. 2 nades on top of him. Then a molly. Yep, he's a sitting duck. Oh no, he's not. 6 HP. And he's able to get out there alive. That is nicely played from Poker. Although staying alive was the max he could get away with there. We all knew that. Now it's up to BC.Game to deliver. Another aggressive move on. Highness is waiting on short, watching lower tunnel, but no one is watching top mid, so he might be faced with some danger. That smoke will be heard. Highness be cleared. So 1 for 1. Anarchist down low, B side, getting jumped on. Takanashi still closed up, having to go for another headshot, can't find it. Nate kill and Poker will finish the deal while kitchen window. Doorway, where Yuram Yatta was. Getting overrun by Prime Taps. And it does look like an 8-1 should be put on the board here. Solby. I don't think he should attempt this, if I'm really honest. Doesn't look like it. Desperately trying to take him down. Solby. Could be pushed. Could be overrun. It doesn't seem like he's going to find this. Solby. USB will be out. He's going to find every single one. Oh my goodness. They so hardly tried to take him down. They knew if they took him, if BC.Game would have found that kill, there wasn't going to be a buy for Fluffy Gangsters. Now there's still a chance to get this round and potentially reset BC.Game up next. So, of course, you can try to take down that singular offer, knowing that the buy wouldn't have come out, but giving away those fights, giving away those kills to a player like Solby, something that can only initiate a little bit of a comeback move from Fluffy Gangsters. One is definitely in the realm of possibility still, though. I see someone messaging in the chat. I mean, wouldn't be surprised if that is the number we're going towards. Good shot from Quirts to find Yuram Yatta. With that, the man advantage getting taken. BC.Game looking to go for a 9th as Yumyata falling. The SMG on B is all that's left. Anarchus goes for a short flank backside. Still up, but Poker can't deliver. Look at that, Anarchus. Where would you have an op if you can play with an AK like that?
Bomb has been planted.
He's insane with the rifle as well, and that means that you're a good opper. You can deliver with rifles as well. At least in dire moments, you're not fully required to have an op. An op is just an extension of his power. And with 9-1 put on the board, is anything gonna stop BC.Game? An early fight to Anarchus and Sasanito that will make it a very interesting round as A-side will be challenged. Prime Taps is there, getting himself a double. Nate on Yuram Yatta, Molly with it too. They're trying to accelerate. Bomb leaping into the A-side as it goes from ramp. Looks like Fluffy Gangsters wants to try and deny this from happening. But what is there denying about? Not even anything just yet, but at least a round it could be. Quirt's up close. Are they aware of him being right there with him? That is Poker. Now 2 more to find with Yuram Yatta low. He's gonna try and go for a heads-up fight. Got a clear jungle where Takanashi is waiting. While Yuram Yatta is ultimately waiting for the swing to come out. There we have it. Yuram Yatta with 2 points of health will swing right up and gets the second round for Fluffy Gangsters. They still have no point to really stand on, it feels like, but a 9-3 would at least give them a little bit of room to go for an immense second half. Ultimately, this game is a done deal. Realizing exactly that is needed, but the Fluffy Gangsters, they're still gonna take, still gonna do everything about this game. Maybe that's gonna lead them to play with some freedom. They're gonna needing to fight. Prime Taps, 2 kills on the Deagle. We're coming out. Highness. He's going to find Anarchist. That Prime Tap's left standing. Deagle out. Looking for the frag on the Deagle. With a triple. He makes it interesting. Try to go for a quadra, but it's not going to happen. Prime Taps is definitely player stepping up for BC.Game. But they will leave the hull with 9-3 scoreline. Going into the flip. CT side. That's where the real magic should be happening. Closed up in middle. Gangsters trying to go for a fight. On mid they go. Behind us, walking up short. Sasanito not going to go through with this. Realizing one of his apps might make rotations come through. BC.Game is now aware of it being a B push in the first place. Having to be careful. Anarchist tries to clear E-box. Some shots missed. Eventually could find himself a frag, and with some success, with some kills back in fourth, it's actually looking like Fluffy Gangsters can take this one. They go fast A. Or they go fast into apartments. And they take B, which secures them a fourth in this.
Terrorists win.
Setup just didn't look all too well, I think. I'm not sure if you're trying to stack yourself towards A, but rotations, the retake, not really on the same page there. Sasanito wanted to go short while his team was already going out towards the side, so with that, kind of feel like there could have been some differences. But ultimately, 9-4, and Fluffy Gangsters that are looking to take themselves a little bit further in this game. Opening fight towards apartments for BC.Game that could be thrown. Nine 5 for Fluffy Gangsters, as they're the ones trying to make their way over to a confident second half. It was originally a buy from BC.Game, of course, so the fact that they're able to take it is really ridiculous for the later stages of this game.
Terrorists win.
Make them have the comeback that they were looking for. I don't know what I would think about it if BC.Game would actually lose this, but the only thing I could kind of blame it on is Yata winning the first series, and she's been incredibly good when they have 5 players of their team. But on paper, BC.Game, I mean, an easy win on this tournament, right? With the players they have, and that's sometimes what I have as well. Look, like teams like TSM, they have Sashi X tier 1 experience, and then they lose against people who are looking to just come around, right? They're just sort of new still to everything. It's just making it very interesting to watch this tier of Counter-Strike most of the time. Bomb going down. Really fluffy Gangsters to potentially go for a 6th. Anarchist, Sasanito, Kurtz go for this retake. Having not the weapons to use, of course, just the Eagles. Exort had a rifle. With Anarchist taken away, Mech10 picked up. It doesn't look so much like BC.Game is going to win this one. The time has officially run out now for them to go for this. Great shot from Sasanito still in the end. He will not be the one to do anything. It's leading fluffy Gangsters to a comfortable position, where they're going to need 3 more to potentially equalize. Top mid found by fluffy Gangsters. Towards A side here. Both from ramp. The rest is lurking middle. Should be allowing for a nice breakthrough to come out. Fight to try and find an opening. See A side Highness. Mollied in. Sasanito swinging from top of Palace with the help from Prime Taps, trying to control the A side. Anarchist will chip in to help. Murder all held, but Poker running right into the hands of Lekro. He tried to go for a cheeky flank. Didn't allow it to happen. The Sweet shut him down. Now we're looking at the post plant to come out, although Bomb still has to go down. Lekro will watch him walk right into his crosshair. Takanashi can't do it. BC.Game, after 3 rounds consecutively lost against fluffy Gangsters, they find their first real full bite. And that's the moment they're striking. And with that being said, fluffy Gangsters is desperately trying to put BC.Game away and back into an economic hell, which is where this round would be necessary to win for the same. The same could be said about teams such as fluffy Gangsters right now. Looking at their buy, it is the final one they will have properly in this game even. Okay, sure, at 12-6 they will have a buy, but I think that is not worth calling anymore. Then we're already at the end of the series, or at the end of the game at least, of the map. Prime Step still hasn't gone notified, and that's why allowed to get a freebie on Poker. Taken away, player seen towards Ticket. Well, Takanashi has been seen towards Tetris. I think that could be needed. Highness says goodbye. And BC.Game says goodbye in general to the Pandas. 11-6 should be turned into 12-6, and from that point onwards it's an uphill battle from Fluffy Gangsters. I expected Mirage and Anubis to go quite one-sided for BC.Game. It looks as if Mirage is just like it. No utility, no weapons for the side of Fluffy Gangsters, just a smoke on Highness. Just trying to go for this play. Waiting out to tie with Molly getting lined up. They're walking in through the con Molly. Going into the A side. There they come. Sasanito finding himself 1, 2, 3. The North Macedonian making sure Fluffy Gangsters get no chance. And now, 1 round away from a victory here on the BC.Game side. The card still for the side of BC.Game. There we have the first sign towards exactly that. Clearing sandwich is a necessity. Prime Taps has played there every single round and still goes unchecked. Prime Taps with 2! Oh, the German Shepherd! As he tames Fluffy Gangsters completely. Anarchus will find the final blow. We're going to the full third once more. Right, because Tier 1 is the goal. For now, they're stuck on Tier 3 for just a little bit longer. Looking for the entry. Second kill will be found. Oh my, what a hold on the CT side. Fluffy Gangster starting T, I was about to say. But the round is over before you know. Second round with the full eco for Fluffy Gangsters. All Glocks to work with. 2 flashes. And Lekro. That's played like we've seen various times, man. This is a new like pro setup where you just buy a dual Berettas into the next round when you realize all of the teams are usually going for full ecos. I've heard a player or a friend of mine recently say he's going to swing. Highness finds its target. Manages to get the man advantage. Zero for BC.Game. Prime Taps looking to push all the way water. Middle, that's gone aggressive, so Fluffy Gangsters plays this slow, and it's not Fluffy Gangsters to play that burger style, it's BC.Game to go aggressive. Prime Taps has already taken such a good position, and now trying to hold double mid to make sure cautious attention has been ripped away from him. Sasanito is going to have to step up. He's going to try to swing on Prime Tap's contact from middle potentially. This is an awkward fight from Quirts. And as he's all alone, it's not going to be working out all too nice. Still found Solby Yorumyata. Getting nice space, and the site is held on successfully. And with BC.Game having the pistols and armor in this one, making sure they have a buy going forward, but Fluffy Gangsters can take possession quite fast. The solo play there from Quirts in the previous round, still questionable in my mind, but ultimately it's going to be them having to deal with the situation that's currently on their minds with a 2-2. Aggressive, up close poker. Will be dealt with by Prime Taps, but the B side is already getting contested. Successfully taken over by Fluffy Gangsters before you know. And they could be tying up the game relatively quickly. This game is still going to be a fun one, guys. Let's be honest. There's so much more that could come out. Bomb is getting planted. With that, retake will have to come out. And so the bomb going off will cause Fluffy Gangsters to take their second round. With the game being all tied up. Game is all tied. The final map between Fluffy Gangsters and BC.Game. Both teams trying to push their ticket forward, of course. Fluffy Gangsters that have yet to lose a game. So far, only been able to win, with that being the only one they played against K-Team. For BC.Game, it's been a little bit more of a roller coaster, but on the other side, been able to win both of their matches. K27 and Viperio were the first to fall. Now facing against Fluffy Gangsters in a different occasion. Double nade getting thrown, Yorumyata. 46. Trying to make an opening. The M4 will do so. Smoke thrown to the back of the side while going for a little more. Just trying to create some space. This is still up. Solby. Second found as they're running their way into the mid side quite fast. Brian zaps around the corner. Will be held by Solby, who converts a third. Before you know, side of A is taken over. Fluffy Gangsters is in the lead in this series. Of course, it's still just the T side, but how ridiculous will that be? He could still find himself something here, Quirts. Oh, he has been seen. Oh, that is unfortunate for Quirts. He just wanted to do it, man. He just wanted to do it.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
But he can't. He loses his life. Third is found for the side of Fluffy Gangsters. With that, Fluffy Gangsters that take some great possession in this series. Good frag to begin with. Certainly be found. Opening fight taken. Highness. Trying to spray with the deagle. Won't be able to find the kills. Quirts will. Second kill for BC.Game. And I talk about a round which they can try to make a comeback, to which they can get some advantageous spot. Doesn't look so great. Takanashi taken down eventually, finding Anarchist, but they have to deliver the bomb still somewhere. And Solby is going to run into A. Okay, pretty interesting. There we go for the fourth. That is all they're looking for. 4 in a row. 4 unanswered. The continuous of quite a bit here. In general, like a pretty good one thus far. Yuram Yata send in with the op. Gets Squirts, who goes aggressive. Entry found from the Gangsters. They're not as fluffy as it seems. Taking early possession on this map of Anubis is a necessity. And I said before that BC.Game could definitely be the team to take it right there. The team in the driving seat. But they might start underestimating the likings of Fluffy Gangsters in the beginning. And then things can spiral out of control. To a point where Fluffy Gangsters just finds an entry. And that is simply good enough to take it all over the line. There we have it, round 5. Successfully taken. Round 8. A chance for BC.Game to take it away. They've done so with pistols various times where they've gotten close. Now at this stage in time, there was yet to be not all too much. Lecro wants to go aggressive. Still up close for the headshot. Can't find it on Takanashi. Anarchist will be taken by Poker, which does open the door widely for a push. With them taking space all the way towards A, the bomb going down. That's where the real magic could start to happen. To which the Gangsters could be tying up the half as a guarantee before you know. They're on 7 or 8. And it's starting to become close to impossible for BC.Game. Is there any way to get their entrance into this round? Fast play coming out. Poker looks to leap in. It's taken by Sasanito. And to hold the back of things. The 5 versus 4. Just finding an opening. Finding a way into this round. Successfully taken a little bit of pride. Guntuck. And a fall. Sasanito with a double. With that, control has been found over the mid site. Anarchist watching with the ARP. It looks to be around for BC.Game. There we have the third. Okay, BC.Game. Will this be the comeback? You see him moving up. Ever so slightly looking at where the opponents are. That's a good tap from Takanashi. Did I just see an entropic lock on his back? Could very well be. But he's saving.
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh. Ever wondered what's on the other side? Gotta make sure every single nut and cranny is obviously edited well, whichever you can see. And that thing is up. Anubis is definitely a map that has lots of things textured. Lots of windows, really looked at design as well. And in general, the map design and everything, the way the map is played as well. This is what maps on Counter-Strike probably going to look like for a bit, of course. Very tactical in a way. Potentially going to see a whole lot less, but although the map pool is very versatile, people saying, yeah, Vertigo should be removed, blah, blah, blah. It is something different than all the other Sandy maps. But a map like Mills, for example, a good replacement, for example, for like a Mirage or something at some point. Just a little different than the other things. But yeah, that's a discussion for later. We're seeing the round now being played with Fluffy Gangsters having a big advantage to work with. As BC.Game has been blown away before you know. The round has been taken. Oof. Almost lined up. Anarchist! You saw him crossing to the left hand side. Tapping the bomb, going for the sticks. Sasanito tries, but Yuram Yatta will take him. Anarchist could have found a double. was only good for the one. That gave Fluffy Gangsters a way to start winning this one out. If they can finish the half on a 8 or a 9 wins and they pick up the pistol, this is a very hard game for BC.Game all of a sudden. He did look at the left side. It wasn't a misplay for him. My apologies. It wasn't a misplay for him. He was checking left. It was just his AWP that had to start scoping again, of course, because quick switching doesn't give any advantage, doesn't give any speed boost. So he just shoots, doesn't switch anymore. Which is how I originally was very good at AWPing for some reason. I didn't do that ever. And later on I started switching. And some mistakes were also made here and there by my end. Whereas for the other without the scope, it just looks, or without the quick switches, it looks very weird. So it's equally as fast as quick switching with QQ. But little funny fact right there, where we're rushing our way through in the A site. Fluffy Gangsters is, and they've taken space, they've taken the site. Prime taps looking to go from heaven. Up close. Oh, he takes down Solby. Looking for a second. Prime tap still has it. Not for that long. He's still going down. Oh, that kill from the AWP is huge. Yata is trying to go for another. Fluffy Gangsters. How are they finding these rounds so easily? There's a question on my mind. And I don't think we'll ever get the answer, but it does look like they have a stellar Anubis presenting us. And the fact that BC.Game can't get it going is quite concerning. And we don't know what the reasoning for things are. Ultimately, that map of Ancient should have been won. Mirage is won. And then going to Anubis in the first place shouldn't be needed. For now, it just feels like BC.Game is every single time getting caught like one by one, it feels like. Not getting trades up. This round is then good, right? Again, a water take, but making sure you're two at the same spots. It's sounding pretty easy. And Anarchist, yeah, not the insane AWPer this game that he might have been on Mirage. Quirt's also falling behind a little bit on this map. And it's pretty much individuals for BC.Game as well that are not really online. If you simply just don't hit your shots. There's the smoke covering. How big is that smoke, man? What in the world? Stretching all the way to the right hand side, Lecro. He's lurking towards B. We'll hear Highness. As he's going for a plant, he's going to stick it. Lecro. Lecro. Can take Highness, yes. Oh, he's not going to have it yet. Knows Highness is in connector. Highness is waiting. Oh, he tried to get the double. BC.Game finishes the half off in style by at least converting their fourth. One of many that they're going to have to find going forward. The situation is pretty clear. There is a lot more needed. In order for BC.Game to bring this one around. But at least we got 4. Pistol round will determine a lot. It usually does, but the situation starts to be scene starts to be shown. Fight towards the A side as aggression from Fluffy Gangsters is done. And we'll find its target to begin with. Bomb will look to go down. Lecro is holding tight. Poker is allowed to overrun. To 50. Dropped over to have a Glock. Reload in. Temple as well being cleared. That should have smoke where Poker is trying to find Sasanito. Manak is waiting, but gets taken away. Sasanito runs in. Hands up first. Tries to get this fight. The Peter 50 can't do it. And so, Fluffy Gangsters are taking the pistol. BC.Game do lose again. And how do you ever get it going? And if even this doesn't go your way, strikes me big concerns. To move their way into middle. BC.Game having everything they desire. Planted the bomb. We'll still go for that buy. Poker waiting for the swings towards middle. Is good for the one. It's eventually taking it down. Is alleviating some of the pressure. Where does BC.Game head? They're moving away through camera. Chris gets taken. Lecro. That's ridiculous. A double to get BC.Game back into the round. Bomb is going to go down. Both players going through camera now. Smoke that will get choked. Hit Highness. But still allowed to find the frag. Looking for a second. And the helper rise from Solby right next to him. Is where Fluffy Gangsters clinches the round from. Again a plant. Again only 2 alive. So I think there could still be a buy, but I don't know what BC.Game is going to be on about. Prime taps. The swing could find a double. To get away Sasanito. They open things up. Poker out in the open. Gets fully flashed. The bomb will go down. Causes BC.Game to go for a 5th. Good openers. With that, double digits, but also 5. And Fluffy Gangsters to go for a buy. which if they lose it will lead to an eco. Getting overrun swiftly here, of course. We saw this spray. Good work, of course. Coming out. Now we'll see what the buy from Fluffy Gangsters will bring. Takanashi. Having 5-7 up close. Pushes his way through. Prime taps. He's going to find the frag. He's looking for another. Sorby gets traded out. With that, BC.Game taking space, taking the site. Now looking to get their 6th on the board. Good shot from Lacro. As it will be round 6 found for BC.Game. And an eco to follow for Fluffy Gangsters because of it.
Terrorists win.
So we'll start off with number 6 for BC.Game. Way to cross play into the site. For a play to come out, it's ultimately a big brawly fight. Still isn't won by anybody, but that teammate on Highness is definitely making around a whole lot harder for them. Fluffy Gangsters using Mutiny on themselves, although an M4 can still step up. Oh my goodness! Quirts falls, but Sasanito comes out with an insane trade, and there we have the 7th going to BC.Game. Can we get a slow motion of that nade? Maybe our production is working on it. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay.
Terrorists win.
Is settled in. Good opening fight here from Sasanito. Will be taken away by Sorby, who's going to go for a second. Sorby shuts them down completely. And with that, the bomb looking to go down, providing with an opportunity. Anarchist will look to fall. Poker runs out for a second, but a dink is all he finds on Lacro. Crits to the edge of the smoke. Barrel seen. Kill will not be found by him. Lacro will fall as well. So Takanashi, who was not in the game the first time. Fluffy Gangsters had their match. It's such an important round now for them. The bomb is not going off. Can look at it a bunch of times. It won't make a difference. BC.Game is still going to have a bye. But losing this one. And they will most likely lose a second on top, which will cause them the lose of the game itself. First lose it would be for BC.Game. After such a big fight still brought up 3 rounds in a row. It just doesn't seem to be enough. boost on middle. That was initially executed. Prime Tet falls to the AWP of A. 4 players from BC.Game trying to go in. But Poka, that is watching this. There's 3, there's 4. Poka spotted him crossing. Possibly waiting for some utility to support, while in the meantime it looks to be an AXX coming out. Highness up close, will be falling away. The M4 tries to collect, and a double is found from Solby. 21 in 10. An insane performance in this map from Solby, the man himself. Careful of B, Poka is checking for it. Fading away, but wants to go and check behind. Now you better do. Spots him out, jumps away, but to no avail. Still is the one to fall down. With a bomb in a hand, Yata tried desperately to take this one. That molly not hitting properly. Now with it fading away, Yata is pushing through. Lekro. Checking temple in time. Spotted him out, and the kill will come out. Lekro saves the day for BC.Game. It will put Fluffy Gangsters back on an eco. This game is still not done, ladies and gentlemen. Solby, heavy and SMG, they're hugging each other in the smoke. Oh no, the hold against pistols. They can't break through. Sasanito is the sole survivor. AK picked up. Takanashi is gonna fight the final blow. Oh no. Oh no, BC.Game. This could be the end. What type of buy will we see? And Arcus is going to go for a Tech 9. So much to go for, of course, in this round. A Galil, a Mach 10, and a bunch of weaker pistols. Pistols that will come up for Fluffy, or against Fluffy Gangsters. Pushing him down in middle. Poka gets overrun by Prime Taps. Allowed to find the first, who runs in for more. The German leads the charge going forward. Solby gonna make sure that doesn't happen all too much of. Kurt's running behind it with the bomb, and although the buy wasn't so good for BC.Game, still doesn't mean they can get away with anything. And again, Fluffy Gangsters to have a weaker weapon buy. One SMG this time. Two kills to start things off. BC.Game trying to control the base. They will have one full buy round to play against at 30 or 12-11. That's when the striking point needs to be for Fluffy Gangsters, and they know that themselves. An eco will come next, and then we'll see whoever is walking away with things. Quirts. Oh, eco fragger. That's an ace for Quirts. To pet the stats a little. And prepare ourselves for what looks to be the final round. Or potentially an overtime. Who knows? I will look on my script real quickly on my second screen. What is going to happen? Okay. Pretty interesting. Let's see what is up with the final round of BC.Game. Or a potential overtime still be coming out. Oof, this is nerve-wracking for whatever side you're on. Whatever side you want to win. You want to see winning, I should say. Ancient won by Fluffy Gangsters, but fine margins. Rush a whole lot more one-sided. And now the end of Anubis. Oh boy, Takanashi. Every single kill found through the smoke. 3 kills already. Mocha just runs and guns them down. Fluffy Gangsters, they win it.